Oh, what a fight, mate! What a fight,
Top class. Do you know what? You've got to give him some credit. That Paul Levy, he's a tough character, isn't he?
mate. 1,000,000,000%. You can't knock him, mate. He got up many times from that fight, which many weights, mate, would have stayed on that count.
Oh, definitely. He done himself proud there. I mean, I thought he was gone in the third round, if I'm being honest. I really did.
Yeah. I just thought it was such a good performance for a mate. From start, they was a bit wary, mate, and then got to that round 3, knocked him down, but he just kept getting up and getting up and getting up. Some fights, mate, I think to stop that earlier.
Yeah, the referee, I think, it was the way he turned his back in the third round. You know what I mean? You're told to protect yourself at all times, and if some referees would consider that quit, turning your back and walking away like that, some referees would say, no, you don't want it anymore, and stopped it. But I think the referee did a good job, though.
I do, mate, definitely. I thought on round 3 when he knocked him down, I thought the ref should stop in here. You know, he knocked him down once, knocked him down again, and I thought, you know, this is it. But the ref did do a good job. He kept it going, and he was a warrior, mate. He lasted. And he had Joshua as well.
I like the way Joshua fought tonight, though. It was very cool. Yeah. He went for him when he had him hurt in the third, and then in the fourth, he seen that he had his wits about him again, stepped off, didn't go in throwing mad shots. I think he almost stepped off the gas a little bit. Do you know, 4, 5, 6 maybe? I don't know whether that was by design or what, but
what a finish, mate. What a finish.
What's that, mate? Sorry?
What a finish, though. What a finish.
Unbelievable shot.
And they are. We've got something. Hang on. Something.
Joshua just shook himself like vision. He got asked did he want the fight. I want the fight next. I'll knock him out inside 3 rounds. He's a big bum doss, so can't wait to knock him.
Mate.
You gotta love Fury, innit? I love it. I love that man. I swear to God, I do. He keeps everything going.
Will it happen?
It's got to. Surely it's got to happen. Eddie Horn spoke more about it, I think, than Joshua. I actually like Joshua's attitude. Less talk, more fighting, more action, and that's kind of what boxing needs. Let Eddie Horn do the talking.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I just thought that was a good performance tonight. I think it's going to be a tough fight. A lot of people think Fury in this, but I think it's going to be a tough one for him. And I think people are going to see Joshua step up that extra level for this fight. I don't think, he's going to come in all tucked up and all that. Out and fight the way he has tonight and put it on Fury.
Would you if he fought exactly like he fought tonight, though? Do you think he beats Fury?
Nah, I definitely not. I think he has to put more jabs in. I think tonight he was definitely wary, both of them. In that first round, there was no action, but still kind of excited because heavyweight boxing, one punch, everything. So it still had that little element of excitement to it. Normally you get like the first round, they're not doing much and you get a bit bored with it, but it's Joshua fighting. He needs this win. He needed the win. I think if he would have lost tonight, that would have been it for Joshua for a while. He would have definitely had to go a bit more to the back of the queue because he fought Ruiz, lost that fight. Even though I still stand by, he weren't at his best when he fought Ruiz. Right? But to have a second loss tonight, I think that would have put Joshua a bit back a bit. All lying solely on Fury then.
And that would have been the thing. He would have been relying on Fury saying, all right, I'll give you the shot when I win the belts. But when I look at the thing about Joshua, and I don't really disagree with what you're saying. I'm still yet to see Joshua show me something where I think, yeah, he can definitely beat Tyson Fury on that one. I still haven't seen that. I don't think that was it tonight. But I mean, listen, 12 months out of the ring, he hasn't fought in like a year, has he? He would have needed them rounds. He would have needed that fight. You wouldn't judge him on this. I wouldn't say he's got no chance or he's definitely going to win this fight. And we've got to see Fury fight again before that happens, probably. Which is another thing, you know. I don't know who he's from, but
this is what I'm saying, because like I don't at the moment I am reading that Wilder is training for Fury. Fury said no, the fight's definitely not going to happen, and then you're hearing that Fury's trying to go to WBC, and WBC is saying yeah they should fight, but no one knows. So if it is going to be a third fight between Fury and Wilder, and then like I've been saying all along, it'll be Joshua and Usyk. And I think that will be the next fight. I don't think we're going to see Fury and Joshua next. I think it's going to be Joshua and Usyk next.
Yeah,
I really do.
And listen, Usyk has got a fair argument in that as well, because he is mandatory now for that belt. They are saying, and I take it to the WBC, they are saying you've got to fight him as well at some point. I just think if Usyk had this, he'd let the two boys square up, let someone become undisputed, and then say, right, now I'll take you on for all the belts. But I mean, listen, but if he demanded that he wants that fight to fight for that belt next, he's got every right to. So I suppose it's just the way he plays the game now.
I mean, if there's any ever step aside money involved, it's this fight here. You know, a state fee is got to be going into the millions, because they were saying the other day like a million per person, you know, per boxer for this fight. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. They said, but that would be one of the hugest fights around.
Yeah.
It really would. I mean, can you imagine the money that would bring? Pay-per-view, and if there's however many fans left back, that would be a sellout overnight. Do you know what I mean? That would,
100%.
I think. I mean, listen, you might be right. That might not be the next fight. You know, it might be.
Yeah.
Like Joshua might fight Usyk first. Fury fight maybe Wilder. Maybe. I wouldn't like to see that. I think Fury's sure that Wilder can't beat him, but if you know, you never.
Agree. Yeah. And I think the winner of both of those, mate, they're meeting December next year. So I think, me personally, I think the earliest you're going to see a Fury Joshua fight is next December, providing Joshua gets his next opponent and Fury does his, because they're both going to at least fight once. If they don't, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I just personally, I would love to see it. I want to see it. Everyone wants to see it. It's the fight that everyone wants to see. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening, mate.
No, listen, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people saying that. Like, listen, it's almost, it's one of them. I think we'll never forget the likes of Eddie Horn if they don't get this fight made. Between him and Frank Warren and Bob Arum, if they don't get this fight made, at least in the next year, nobody's going to forgive them.
Get made. I just think there's going to be one more fight between Joshua and someone, which has got to be Usyk, because he's next in line mandatory. And I think Fury, if he don't fight Wilder, fight someone like Carlos Takam. That's what I think.
And do you know what? That's almost the fight I'd like to see him have. Takam, maybe. Yeah. I think he can. I think he can fight fairly easily, but it's still a good enough opponent to say, right, no, we're both warmed up, we both beat good people. It's just that would make sense to me. But just when we can see it, I think. I do think we'll definitely see it. It's just when. You might be right. I think maybe December, this time next year, might be a possible for it. Hopefully.
And I see Carlos Takam, if he was an opponent, giving Fury some issues through the fight. because even when Takam was fighting Joshua, you know, he was giving Joshua problems. It weren't an easy fight for Joshua. You know, he went through the rounds with Joshua, and that was the fight he was meant to be fighting Pulev. And then obviously Pulev got the injury and pulled out, and Khan's tapped in. Joshua got the win. It weren't an easy win, you know. It didn't seem like a comfortable win. Like Takam was always a big threat there. This is the thing with Joshua. I want Joshua to win, but I'm always worried for him. No, I always think like tonight. Be careful when you're moving to the left. He's going to catch you with that hook and put you on your ass, and his fight over. I just think that's one thing Joshua always needs to be mindful going forward. Which if tonight, and that he could.
Yeah, no, I agree. Tyson Fury is he's going to have to change his style again, I think, to beat Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he tries to maybe, because Tyson Fury's proven he can fight on the back foot, or he can take it to you like he did Deontay Wilder. He's been in different types of fights, and he's fought different types of ways. Joshua's done that as well. Do you know? He's a completely different fighter tonight than what he was in the first fight against Ruiz. No, whether that's got anything to do with you, like he might not have been on it that night, or maybe he just got a little bit too comfortable. You know, he was beating all these people, and he's beating them well, and maybe he just got comfortable that night, and he got caught, and he's like, okay, I'll never make that mistake again. Because his last two fights since that Ruiz defeat, I've actually preferred him to any of the fights I've seen him in before, and that could be a good thing for him. You just need that defeat, you know. Take it well on the record is it's not, nobody has to be Mayweather. You don't have to go undefeated your whole career. Sometimes taking that first loss can be the biggest learning curve for some of these lads. And if Joshua's done that, then he's going to be a problem for anyone. Like anyone who says that Joshua isn't going to be a problem is lying.
Yeah, definitely, totally agree. Well, I think we just need to wait now, Wayne, and see what fights coming next.
That's it. They were just speculating. Now we've got to wait for probably be speculating for the next fucking couple of months, to be honest. But at least something to look forward to.
That's what we want to see, mate. That pen on the paper, mate. Dotted line signed, full of fight, secure. Until anyone sees that, no one's gonna know. So let's how it rolls out the next phase. Hopefully we'll get some news. If not, I think like you, it'll be a couple of months ticking over before we get any real information on the next opponent.
And listen, that's not such a bad thing either. It's not like we haven't got things to keep us occupied. Boxing's in a pretty decent state at the minute. You look at that lightweight division, you know, with Lopez and Davis and all them, that's a hell of a division to look forward to. We've got Garcia and Campbell coming up this month as well, haven't we?
That's a whole new different level. Like on FTB Sports, we will be covering this as well. Low at the moment is the ones watching. You know what a good winner. He got the win. Devin Haney up in that division. Javante Tank. It's fucking crazy, mate. It's a real good division.
That's probably the best division in boxing at the minute. I'd say the lightweight division. There's lad, and listen, look, and Lomachenko isn't completely dead and buried. Like he's only lost once to Lopez, and that's like, you know what I mean. We take that. Look, one loss in like a years. I mean, his first loss. I don't consider that a loss. I don't think he lost that fight. I think he got robbed that night. But I mean, it'll go down on his record as a loss. But I didn't think he lost. He's not dead either, you know.
I thought he lost his Lomo. I think I think Lopez was his second loss.
Yeah, it was.
Not be 100% on that.
No. It was his second. It was his second loss, but I think he got robbed in his first loss. I think he actually won that fight, and it was a long time ago as well. It was a few fights ago. Yeah. But it was you're right. He does have two losses. technically.
I think for me, I felt Lopez done enough in that fight.
Yeah.
I just thought he just got the edge on him. He went in, and a lot of people weren't really following Lopez and all that. And I was thinking, I've seen him knock out a couple of other guys when he was just up and coming, and then I thought he's gonna win. He's gonna get the win. I thought Ed win by a knockout, but he actually went the distance.
Yeah.
I know it was a close fight. A lot of people got different views on it, but for me, I just think Lopez is that next generation. I think people are saying Devin Haney is better, but I don't, mate. I think Lopez is up there. I put Tank at second, and Haney third.
Yeah,
That's my view.
I actually picked Lopez before that fight to win it, but like you, I thought he's either going to be a Lopez knockout in like 5 or 6 rounds. If it goes the distance, Lomachenko is going to win it. I was surprised by how well Lopez boxed that night. I just knew him as a power puncher. I know he had that hell of a right hook, and when he lands, he was knocking people out. So I was thinking, like you, I was thinking I think he'll win it, but I think he'll win it by knockout. When he won it on points, he actually showed me some boxing skills in there to keep Lomachenko at bay. You know what I mean? He had a game plan. It worked out for him, and I really like him. I think he's very good.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. I think he's definitely going to make a mark in that division.
And Santa Cruz as well. I know he got slept by Davis, but he can come back. The Mexicans are always tough like that. One loss won't put him off. So he's another one that you could throw in. Him and Lomachenko could be a great fight to see who can get back on track.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Both coming off losses, and I think it would be a good one because people want Tank and Lopez fight, and I think Lomo lost to Lopez and Cruz lost to Tank. It'd be a good fight to get them on. Yeah,
I think that'd be 2 good fights there at that weight. And obviously we're still waiting to see how Ryan Garcia does against, because I like Ryan Garcia. A lot of people don't do Campbell for this fight. I think this could be Ryan Garcia's fight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is gonna be the next fight. I think fight of the year that's gonna be good, really good.
And like I said, there's really, and your man that you were talking about, what's his name? The cruiserweight who knocked your man out tonight, Lawrence O'Callaghan. He's a world champion in weighting as well, I think.
Yeah, I said that. Lawrence O'Callaghan is one to watch out for, but his boxer got changed tonight because he had the guy he was fighting, but obviously he tested positive for COVID, so someone else stepped in. But definitely, he finished off a good job on that, mate.
Yeah, listen, they can be hard fights. Like you were talking about Joshua, he had to let opponent step in because you're trained, you're working on a game plan for a completely different fighter than what you get on the night, and if you have to change that quickly, they can be difficult fights, but he looks like he's got a lot of power at cruiserweight, though. He does look like he's got a hell of a punch on him.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Definitely. Well, I think we've definitely wrapped up the fight tonight. I've definitely enjoyed it. Happy AJ won. Big AJ fan. I'm just excited to see what's coming next.
Yeah, same here. I'm actually enjoyed myself tonight. Massive respect to Age. And I'm delighted he won because I'm a boxing fan and we need to see him in Fury. So they need to keep winning until they fight each other. Is the bottom line.
Definitely.
We've got Canelo and Smith coming up as well soon. So we probably could do another one of these maybe for the next big fight if you're interested anyway.
Definitely, 100%. Or any fight fans, anyone who wants to subscribe, FT Sports, subscribe. I'm happy to cover that fight, mate. I think that's going to be the best fight before the end of the year's out.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, good show. Thanks, Wayne, for being on.
And you, thanks a lot, Rob. And have a good weekend, lads. Peace.
And you. Cheers, mate.
Bye.